everybody, this is Little Mac, also known as your favorite video game character from Punch-Out and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and welcome back to another of my video here on the channel. And today I'm going to be doing something that I've never done on my YouTube channel here before. This is the first time I'm doing it for today, and going to be about another tutorial video on how to homebrew your Nintendo Wii console that people might be interested on how to play their backup Wii games from their USB hard drive on their Nintendo Wii console using a program called USB Loader GX. So I thought about doing that in the next future video after when I'm done with this video, or I might actually do another video on how to homebrew your Nintendo Wii console with a bunch of like other different methods. So this tutorial video is going to be about using the LetterBomb method on how to homebrew your Nintendo Wii console, and that is what the tutorial video is going to be about today. So let's go ahead and get started right now. So what you would need for this is obviously you're going to need a Nintendo Wii console that I just got from Amazon earlier this year in April 2023. And I still have that card taped onto my Nintendo Wii console right there. So it's definitely telling you on how to like connect your Wii remotes onto the Nintendo Wii console, like this one right here. So I have no plan on taking it off, because just in case if I forget, I can just look at the card right here on how to connect my Wii remotes onto my Wii console right here. And let's take a look at the other side of the Nintendo Wii remote right here. There's the air vents right here, and on the top, you will see that the Wii remote on top right here exposes the Nintendo GameCube controller and the memory cards right here that you will use if you play Nintendo GameCube games on your Wii remotes. I mean, not Wii remotes, on your Wii console right here. So that's why they have it. And let me put this down. Oh, jeez, I don't want to broke my card telling me about how to connect the Wii remotes onto the Wii console. And you're also gonna need a Nintendo Wii remote, obviously, and then you're also gonna need an SD card right here. And this is pretty obvious as well, because we're gonna be actually copying some files over to our SD card from our computer to work this properly on how to install the homebrew channel onto our Nintendo Wii console. And the way how the SD card is interfacing with the Wii console is actually through this. Let me put this down the side. It's actually through this SD card slot right here. As you guys can see, there's the SD card slot right there with the sync button that lets you on how to like connect your Nintendo Wii remotes onto your Nintendo Wii console that I just said it a couple of times right now. And this is normally for like storing save game files or Wii channels onto their Nintendo Wii SD card, but you can also put some other files on here, like maybe either like cheat codes files or whatever you want to put it on here. And this is the standard regular SD card, 2 gigabytes, that I'm using for today's video. And basically you're not going to put anything like you don't want to use an SD card that is larger than 2 gigabytes. Like maybe you don't want to use like a SDHC cards or XC, like SDXC. Like basically you don't want to put in like a 128 gigs that you'll want to use that SD card. Like you don't want to use that SD card like 128 gigs, because the Wii console will not work with it properly. But I know the actual limit for the Nintendo Wii console is about 32 gigabytes. So make sure you have a low capacity of your SD card that I have right here, which is the 2 gigabytes. So make sure you have this. And I don't think the SDHC cards will not work with it as well. So I would totally recommend you guys to get a standard regular SD card of 2 gigabytes that I have right here. So make sure you have that. And the last thing you might need is this, basically is this USB to SD card adapter. Like there's the USB-C connector right here, or the cable I should say. And the other side right here is the SD card slot that I have two slot right here for my USB C to SD card adapter. So you might need this, and this is for people who have a computer or a laptop that does not have an SD card reader in it, like my gaming laptop does not have an SD card reader in it. So you might need this to actually put this SD card into your computer. So there's the little micro SD card chip slot right here, and the standard regular SD card slot right here, which is this one that I'm using for today's video. So yeah, you might need this if you don't have a computer, or you might need this if you don't have an SD card reader for your computer or a laptop. But if you do have an SD card reader for your laptop or your computer, then you're good to go. You don't need this. But if you don't have it, then you need this. And that's pretty much basically it on what you need. So now I am going to switch over to my Nintendo Wii console, and I will show you guys what you need to do from there to get this up and running properly. So I'll see you guys at my Wii console. All right, so here we are at my Nintendo Wii console right here. So what you want to do on this screen right here is you want to go down to Wii options on the bottom left corner, and then you want to go to the Wii settings. And on the Wii settings, you want to verify which version that you are running on for your Nintendo Wii console. So mine is 4.3, so you want to make sure that you're on 4.3. If you're not on 4.3, you want to go to the very last page and perform a Wii system update. And also make sure to connect your Nintendo Wii console to the internet before you do that. And once you perform the Wii system update, it will now be 4.3. And the letter at the end right here, it will be either U, E, J, or K, and mine is the letter U because I have the American Wii console and I live in the US. And then once you verify that, you then need to go to the second page, go to Internet Options, and then you want to go to the console information where your where the Nintendo Wii console tells you what your MAC address is. Now, before I go into that, I need to use something to block out my MAC address so that it will not be shown in my video right here. So maybe if I can use my TV remote, maybe that will help block out my MAC address. And I'm sorry that I couldn't record this from my capture card because I couldn't find any software on how to blur out private information. So maybe if you guys can help me out, maybe you guys can help me on how to blur out private information. So this is the best thing I can do, and I'm using something to block out my private information like my MAC address here. So maybe if I'm going to be using my TV remote for this, maybe that will help me block out my MAC address. And I don't want to use my finger to use it to block out my MAC address, because if I'm going to be using my fingers only, I could get my arms like really tired. So, and I'm sorry if this video is going to be unnecessarily long today, as I'm sure I have seen some of you guys commented in some of my videos saying that I made my videos unnecessarily long. So I'm doing the best thing I can to try to keep my videos short today. But if this video is unnecessarily long, I apologize for that. But anyway, so I'm gonna get my TV remote right here, and there we go. Maybe that will do it. And now go to the console information. All right, there it is. There we go. I think I can do it. There we go. If I can get my arm stabilized, maybe, or maybe I can just do like this. I don't know. But anyway, and this is where your Wii console definitely tells you what your MAC address is. So there are two things that you want to remember on how to homebrew your Nintendo Wii console right here using the LetterBomb method. You want to know your Wii's version number, which is, again, it's going to be 4.3U, 4.3E, 4.3J, or 4.3K, and your MAC address right here that you want to remember. So anyways, that's all you need. that is the Wii console right now. Those are the two things that you need to remember, like your version number and your Wii's MAC address. Now I am going to switch over to my gaming laptop right now, and I will show you guys what you need to do from there. So I'll meet you guys at my gaming laptop right now. Sorry, I kept on rambling here. All right, meet you guys at the gaming laptop right now. So here we are at my gaming laptop. So what you want to do on here is you want to go ahead and plug your SD card into your computer. That is either going to be directly into your computer or a laptop from SD card reader, or through a USB to SD card adapter that I did show you guys earlier in the beginning of this video. So for me, I just plugged my SD card into my gaming laptop through a USB to SD card adapter. Since this gaming laptop that I just purchased from earlier this year in January 2023, it does not have an SD card reader in it. So that's why I am using the USB to SD card adapter to use my SD card on my gaming laptop right here. And don't skip my SD card, please. All right, so after you connect your SD card into your computer, you want to go ahead and open up the file folder structure in the file explorer right here on your SD card. And if you have anything on it, you want to make sure you wipe everything out by deleting everything on your SD card. However, if you do have any data files that you really care about, or if you have any save game data files or Wii channels that you have installed on there, you want to make sure you copy that over to another area of your computer so that you have a full backup of it. And once you're done with this SD card, you can put all that stuff back on it. All right, so right now my SD card does not have anything on here. It is completely empty, so it's going to work fine for me. And you also want to make sure what your file system is on. So it's by right-clicking your SD card and go to Properties and make sure it is in either FAT or FAT32 file system. If it's not on FAT or FAT32, you want to right-click on your SD card, click on Format, and go to File System right here, and make sure you select either FAT or FAT32. So for me, it's going to be the default file system of FAT for my SD card right here. The allocation unit size, it doesn't really matter, but just pick one of these three options right here. I would recommend you select either default allocation size or 32 kilobytes. So for me, it's going to be 32 kilobytes. The volume label, it doesn't really matter. If you want to add a volume label for your SD card, you can do that. And the quick format, make sure you have that check mark. And once you've done all of that, you can click on Start, and it will start proceeding of formatting your SD card. And after it is formatted, it will now be either FAT or FAT32. So with our SD card plugged in and opened up already, now we want to go into Google Chrome and go to this website right here, and that is please.hackme.com, and me spells like a Nintendo Wii, so it's M-I-I, not M-E, so it's please.hackme.com. And here we are on the LetterBomb website, and take note of this picture of this icon right here, because this is where we will actually see what the LetterBomb looks like in the future of this video. It's like in a rainbow color right there. All right, so what you want to do on here is you want to select which system menu version that your Nintendo Wii console is on. So for me, it's going to be 4.3U. And the MAC address that you need to remember that I explained to you guys earlier in this video, you want to go ahead and put in your MAC address here. I will do that off camera, because if I'm going to be doing it on camera, you guys might see my MAC address. So I don't want you guys to see what my MAC address is. And after you put your MAC address in, you want to make sure the bundle the Hack Me installer for me is checkmark. And once you've done all of that, you can either click on one of these two buttons right here. You can either cut the red wire or the blue wire. It doesn't really matter. So I mostly all the time I click on the blue wire because I like that color, especially it's my favorite color, which is blue. But yeah, once you've done that, once you click on one of these two buttons right here, it will proceed to download the LetterBomb file for you. And now I'm gonna do this off camera right now, so I will be right back with you guys. So I'll see you guys after when I'm done with this. So be right back. All right, I'm back, you guys. So I just download the LetterBomb file right here. So let's go ahead and close out of the Google Chrome right now. I don't need it anymore. All right, go back to the File Explorer right here and go to the Downloads section right here. All right, so once you download the LetterBomb file, you want to open up. You want to open up the LetterBomb file, and the LetterBomb comes in a zip file, so you need to have a WinRAR downloaded already if you haven't already. All right, so once you open up your LetterBomb zip file, you will see these files right here. Now, there are two files that you need to copy over to your SD card. You need to have the private and the boot.l file, and you want to drag it over to the root of your SD card, which I'm going to do so right now. All right, and there we go. We just copied those two files over to our SD card already, and now let me just go ahead and delete this because I don't need it anymore. And here it is. This is how your file structure should look like. So you need to have a private folder and the boot.l file right here. So we are now done with our SD card on our computer right now. So now we can go ahead and eject our SD card right now and take it over to our Nintendo Wii console. All right, I just ejected my SD card right now, and I just unplugged it. So now I will now meet you guys over to my Nintendo Wii console right now, and I will show you guys what you need to do next. All right, so we are back on my Nintendo Wii console right here. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and plug your SD card into your Wii right now. So let me just go ahead and reach over here, and there we go. All right, so after you plug your SD card into your Wii, you want to go down to the Wii message board on the bottom right corner of your screen. And what we want to look for is the LetterBomb icon. So it's either going to be in the today section, the tomorrow section, or the yesterday section. It's usually, like, mostly all the time it's going to be in the yesterday section, but I believe that this depends on what time zone that you are in. So it might be in the today section, tomorrow section, or yesterday section, but most likely all the time it's going to be in the yesterday section. So once you see there's the LetterBomb icon, you want to click into it, and it will now take you to the Hack Me installer where you will be installing the Homebrew channel. It does, however, come up with this little disclaimer right here telling you that this software is free to use and it should not be sold. And there has been some scam going on back then when this software first came out. People were actually trying to sell this software for money and profit, and that is just totally illegal as this is a free software. And if you pay for this software or received it as part of a bundle following payment, you have been scammed, and you should demand your money back immediately, as the warning sign message says right there. So we're going to go ahead and press 1 to continue. And here we are at the Hack Me installer. And if it says the Homebrew channel can be installed, then you are good to go. So let's go ahead and press A to continue. And on this screen right here, you want to use the up D-pad on your Wii remote to go up to the install the Homebrew channel. You want to press A. It's going to ask if you want to install the Homebrew channel now. Go up and press A. Say yes to continue. It's going to install the Homebrew channel for you. And once it's done, press A to continue. And you are done. Now you can just go ahead and exit out of the Hack Me installer, and it's going to actually load you to the Homebrew channel, as you guys can see right here. And here it is. Here is the Homebrew channel, and if we press 1 on our Wii remote, we now have full access to everything, like the SD card slot, the USB device, and some other device down here. And there's not going to be anything on the Homebrew channel right here because you actually had to install some Homebrew applications onto your SD card by yourself, which I will help you guys on how to do that in the next future video. But I have another video that is coming up that is going to be about another way on how to install the Homebrew channel by using the exploit called Smash Stack. And the other one is STR2 hacks method. So those are the next two videos that I'm planning to do in the next future video after when I'm done with this video on using the LetterBomb method. And fun fact, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can actually pop some bubbles on the Homebrew channel right here, which is really cool. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get out of this screen right now. We're gonna press the home button on our Wii remote and exit back to the system menu. But yeah, that is basically how you install the Homebrew channel using the LetterBomb method. And just for very just to make sure, or whatever I'm doing here, uh, just to tell you the truth, that's what I'm trying to say. Just to prove that I'm telling you all the truth, that the Homebrew channel has been installed right here. So there it is. And there's the Homebrew channel intro right there. There it is. Alright, anyway, so that's basically it, and that is pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video right now. So if you guys do enjoy watching this video on how to install the Homebrew channel on your Nintendo Wii console using the LetterBomb method, and if this also helps you out on how to get this working, please smash that like button, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the bell to get notified whenever I uploaded a new video. But with that being said right now, I would like to say thank you all so much for watching. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Little Mac, also known as your favorite video game character from Punch-Out and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Please stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out, everybody.